Hi guys, I'm just here to give you some helpful advice on how to get through A-level math. Number 1. Despite what you might have thought from GCSE, homework can make all the difference now. Homework can mean the difference between a grade C and a grade D, so make sure you're keeping on top of your homework, even if you get stressed. Number 2. Do some extra work. I know it might sound like a lot, but do about 1 hour after school every day. This after school work can really make the difference. You can bump that grade C that we were talking about up to a grade B if you manage to do all of this work. Number 3, don't get cocky. Maths isn't an easy subject by any stretch of the imagination. Just make sure you're keeping on top of your work and you're doing all your homework and you should be fine. But don't think you can just coast throughout the course. Number 4, make sure you're on the right side of your teachers from the get-go. If you've got a good relationship between you and your teacher, then they'll feel more inclined to help you. While it's their job to help you, they don't have to do it. This is why having a good relationship with your teacher is crucial. Number 5, if you don't understand anything at all, go and ask your teacher now. If you wait until the minute before the exam, you're not going to understand it and you're not going to be able to answer the questions. So make sure that as soon as you don't understand anything, you go and ask your teacher. Number 6, this really follows on from number 5, but if you don't understand your homework, or if you can't complete any classwork, go and see your teacher as well. If you don't do this, you're always going to have that barrier between you and that particular question, which means when you come to it in the exam, you're not going to know what to do. So make sure that you constantly ask your teacher for help. Number 7, I realise most people can't motivate themselves to do things. I'm one of them. So if you can't motivate yourself, make sure you're setting up a study group. Even if it's between people who aren't in the same maths class as you, or even the same topics as you. Make sure you set up a small group of people who can study, do homework, and do classwork together. Because if you do this, you'll be able to motivate each other. Number 8, make sure you're constantly checking over your classwork. This will help you recognise the mistakes that you're constantly making, and then you can tackle those. Number 9, start revision now. This is important because most teachers will only go over one topic once or twice a year. If you're not practicing that topic, that means that you've completely forgotten it by the time of the exam. Number 10, don't give up on a section of maths because you don't understand it. I'm particularly referring to statistics and decision maths. They might be different and they might not be normal as you're expecting, but make sure that you don't give up on them because they are important, and if you focus on them, they can become easier. Number 11, this is something I heard a lot during my course, but I didn't believe it. The people who get the highest grade in maths often ask the most questions. And finally, number 12, love your subject. You might have picked maths because it might look good on your university application, because your parents forced you into it, because you thought, oh, I was good at it in GCSE, I'll be good at it in A-level. That's all fine, but in order to get the highest grades in maths, you're going to need to look at your subject in a wider perspective. An easy way to do this is to look at some YouTube mathematicians, such as Byheart or Number 5. Annotations are here. I hope these tips have helped, and I wish you all the luck in your course in September.